Hey Yogis, Jess here, owner and creator of the Yogic Body online and in studio, and I am coming to you today from none other than the Yogic Body studio. And I've put together a bit of a yoga quickie, so 20 minutes worth of a yoga practice, minimal cues I want to add that will help you to either get prepared for your day, working from child's pose to standing, or to help you as kind of like a little pick-me-up for the middle of the day when you know that you need first to reconnect to your breath, relax, ease on into a yoga practice, and then again, come on back to standing, ready to begin anew. So yogis, please join me in what is a bit of a different kind of yoga class where we don't end in Shavasana, and instead, again, we end ready to take on the day. I look forward to seeing you on your mat. Hey yogis, thanks for joining me here on the mat today. In today's practice, we're going to begin in child's pose. So all you have to do is find your variation, one of two. In child's pose, you're welcome to bring thighs to touch, knees together, and to rest your forehead and forearms down to the mat, walking your palms out long. Or you can also take an extended, wide-legged child's pose here, knocking your knees out wide, big toes touch at the back of your mat, and same, sink hips to heels, walk your palms out long. Finding what you need, whichever variation. Our wide-legged child's pose is our behind-the-scenes hip opener. And if you feel your hips just aren't too open, then I urge you to take child's pose with your thighs together. And here we are in child's pose, coming to our mat as we do to first integrate the body. So rather than running from place to place as we tend to do, let's settle in first before we begin our gentle, mindful movement connected as always with breath. You're welcome now to rock your forehead from side to side. Taking maybe again breaths here as you mindfully rock to the right, back to center, and to the left. And just as we welcome a moment more here in child's pose, you're also welcome to guide your palms to prayer hands overhead, bending at the elbows, an additional shoulder stretch. Careful to note here your inhales. Can you smooth an inhale? Can you completely exhale? Just elongating your breath here over these next 3 rounds of deep inhales, biggest inhales you've taken all day. One more biggest inhale you've taken here on the mat. Exhale, let it go with a little sound. Coming into hanging cobra, let's begin a little movement. In hanging cobra, we're going to raise our gaze, shift our weight forward, hips come off heels, onto now just the palms as we push the mat away. Big toes still touch. We're rolling over the knees here. Push the mat away, toes point up. Exhale back, child's pose. Coming into that 4 more times over. Match it with your breath. Inhale, hanging cobra. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, hanging cobra. Exhale, child's pose. 3 more, you've got it. Inhale. Yogis, 2 more here, but heck, why don't we do 3? Exhale, child's pose. 2 more. Inhale, hanging. Exhale, child's. And 1 more, easy on the knees here. Hanging cobra, hanging for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to child's. Set it on up so that you feel most comfortable here. 1 big breath in child's pose. Tenting up on your fingertips, raise your gaze and walk your palms just under your eyes here, halfway toward you up the mat, down the mat. Place your right palm in the middle of the mat, open face twist, left arm rises. One more big breath here on the mat. And find a side body stretch now. As you windmill, left palm to the right, right palm follows. Side body stretch from child's pose. Exhale to release your head here, maybe to a hover, a block if you have one handy, or down to the mat, resting on forearms and forehead. If you find the body begins to open in time, you're also welcome to walk your palms further to the right. Taking 2 deep rounds of breath. Tenting up on your fingertips, walking palms back to center and taking a twist on the opposite side. Again, left palm plants in the middle of the mat, right arm rises. Windmilling right palm in your side body stretch to the left. Left palm follows. Exhale to melt forehead and forearms down. One more big breath. Inhale, raise your gaze, walking palms back to center, finding hip circles here. Planting palms again at the middle of the mat, shifting hips up off of heels, shoulders over wrists. Finding hip circles here again. Big toes are still touching at the back of your mat. Hip circles, maybe first taking U's and then full circles. And now come on to rabbit pose. Thighs come to meet, and just the soles of the feet here rest next to one another, hips to heels. Placing your forehead here as close to the knees as is comfortable. Reach back for your heels. This is an active pose, so you're welcome even to just stay here reaching for your heels. Or as you guide the hips up off the heels, hugging on to the heels of your feet here, you're going to roll over only to your depth. Easy does it. Just roll onto the crown of the head. So again, hips come off heels, palms atop the heels, resting on the crown of your head. Feeling that release here throughout the upper back body. One more big round of breath. And come on back through to rabbit pose. Hanging here, just one more inhale. Slowly unwinding, palms away from heels, finding tabletop. Palms come down to the mat. Shoulders over wrists and hips over knees. Let's first find a straddle here. So inhale, raise your left leg up and high back behind you. Left leg over to the left, stamp down your left foot. Plan A. Plan B, glide out your foot, left foot to your depth. Sink hips to heels as the left toe points up. Easy does it here. Careful not to continue any further here. Maybe return to a previous posture if you feel any tension through your knee. And plan C is to walk your palms out long and rest forehead and forearms down to the mat. One more big breath. Raise your gaze, tent up on your fingertips, walk palms back under your eyes, welcome a gentle bend, back to the left leg back and high, and down to meet the right. Find cat-cow here as you nudge again, knees under hips. Inhale, chest forward, exhale, fold. Coming back to a neutral spine. Now on the opposite side, find your straddle. Right leg back and high, over to the right. I'm going to stay here on my palms, but you're always welcome to sink hips to heels, point your right toes up, or walk your palms out long. So settle back in. 2 more deep inhales. And come on back through again to your palms, gentle bend to the right leg, right knee meets the left, cat-cow. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, belly up and in, scrunching shoulders to ears. And yogis, we'll all meet in down dog. So join me here as you roll over your toes, walk your palms out long, and come on up to down dog, hips up off the mat. Welcome to walk your dog here as you bend through one leg and grow heavy through the opposite heel, pushing the mat away to sink your upper body through toward your thighs. One more breath. And slowly on your next inhale, raise your right leg back behind you, knee to nose, and then lizard pose. Right leg, right foot, just about, the toes are hanging off of the mat here, yeah? And we're slowly gonna find a variation now, either plan A, back knee down to the mat, plan B with your back knee lifted, and plan C with your forearms here down to the mat. I'm going to find plan A to begin. I think that suits me here today. So find again your perfect variation to begin, and consider here as you draw right hip back, left hip forward, and slowly bend a little deeper through that front right knee. Continuing to breathe, maybe even bringing your chin back to neutral to support your neck here, right? So no crunching through the neck. One more deep breath. And we'll take a twist now, planting left palm into the middle of the mat. Right arm rises. Option to stay here or return to a previous pose, or bend your left leg and reach on back for your left leg. So as you can see, I'm hardly reaching. No worries, it's part of the practice. Come on back to your twist, to lizard pose. And one more, inhale, twist to open, right arm rises, bending through left knee, and try to grab. No worries here. Easy does it, one more breath, and exhale. Let's come on into a straddle. So funky transition here on the mat. Curl your big toes under on the left foot, popping up your left knee. Drawing, almost like we were coming into a pigeon, drawing our right leg up and coming over the blade edge of the left foot, just like we would if we were coming into a side plank. And here we are in our side straddle. From your side straddle, yogis, join me here as you set up with your left leg extended long and your right sole of the foot into your left thigh. Option here to hinge over the left leg or over the midline. Find what you need. And for me, when I first began my practice, record scratch, here is where I could go, hardly even folding forward. No worries. Welcome a gentle bend back to your left leg and just simply stay where you are. Let's not meet resistance with resistance and just find impatience here on the mat. So begin to connect back to a mantra or an affirmation of your choice. I am open, I am breathing, and come back to an inhale. You're welcome then to close your eyes or take an easy gaze ahead. One more breath wherever you are. And come on in as we again inhale, stack shoulders over hips. Baby wild thing. Plant your left palm, your right palm, at the right of your hip. And we're going to roll over knee and shin on our right leg as we ground our left heel into the mat, reaching with our left arm. So join me here as we roll over and ground through the heel, reaching up and high, right palm is planted. One more deep breath, and exhale back to your straddle. One more round, baby wild thing. And exhale back to your straddle. Meet me, yogis, in down dog. Popping on back to a high plank and then to down. One more breath. Left leg rises, knee to nose, lizard pose. Dropping back knee, raising back knee, or coming down to the forearms. Draw right hip back, left hip forward, and slowly bend a little deeper through that left leg. Maybe even guide chin to neutral. Unclench your jaw, unfurrow your brow. One more deep breath. And plant again, right palm into the middle of the mat. Left arm rises in a twist. Option to stay right where you are or bend through the right leg and reach. Come on back to lizard. Take a twist, planting right palm, left arm rises. Bending through the right leg as an option. Back to lizard. Finding again your straddle. I'm gonna not be facing y'all for a second, but like we're coming through pigeon, then to a side plank, roll over onto your hip. Here we are. All right, all, again, fold forward or over your right leg. Keeping an easy gaze ahead or eyes closed. One more deep breath. And I'll meet you in baby wild thing. Shoulders over hips, left palm plants just outside the left hip, rolling over the left shin and digging, grounding our right heel into the mat as the right arm reaches up and high. Take it up. One more big breath. Hips down to the mat. Set it up one more time. Left palm to the left side of the hip. Reach on up and high. Baby wild thing. Coming on back down, hips to the mat. Down dog. Pedal out the feet. One big breath. Look to the top of your mat. Step, hop, or float. Inhale to a flat spine. Exhale and fold. Here for just one moment. And join me again as you inhale. Raise your palms up high overhead. Come to standing. Palms come to the top, to meet at the top, down through forehead or heart center. Now, yogis, let's begin to show some love to the shoulders. Joining me in eagle arms. Opening your eyes here on an inhale. Palms come out like goalposts here. Right arm under left. Plan A, palms to touch shoulders. Plan B, palms touch one another. You're welcome even to take a chair pose variation if you feel you need a little more energetic movement here. But here with the shoulders, draw your elbows up, forearms away. Here for 3, 2, 1. Inhale to a side body stretch. Left palm comes to the right wrist. Pull on over to the left, plan A. And plan B, draw your right leg over to the left for an additional side body stretch. A little deeper here. One more inhale. And exhale back through to center. Eagle arms on the opposite side. So, left arm under right. Palms to the elbows or palms to touch. Inhale, elbows up. Forearms away. And exhale, unwind to your side body stretch. Right palm to the left wrist, pull on over to the right. Option then to draw your left leg over to the right. One more big inhale. Exhale back through to center, and yogis will just take neck circles to end. Join me here in mountain pose. Dropping your head first to the left, feeling here like lead weights in your right fingertips. Dropping your head then through center, over to the opposite side. Feeling here in your opposite palm again, lead weights here, growing heavy here, welcoming a little stretch through the side of your neck. And slowly again, drop your head side to side, maybe hanging out heavy in one side, or continuing to rotate your neck, and then dropping your neck back through center, all the way around, full circles. One more deep inhale. And come on back through to mountain pose. As we know it, Tadasana. So yogis, ta-da, here we are at the top of our mat. I hope that you have enjoyed a little bit of a different practice today, where instead of hopping right into a full practice, and dare I say, not even ending in Shavasana, total blasphemy for a yoga teacher, instead, I'd like to welcome you to how to integrate yoga into your day-to-day. And doing a practice just like this is a perfect way to begin before you go about your day, or even when you just get home from your day and you feel that there's still, as we know, so much to do before you can rest your head on the pillow at night. Thank you as always all for joining me. Namaste.